Pessoal, segundo carro, uma Porsche Turbo. Vamos entrar no circuito novamente. Abraço.
There you go. All right. I didn't understand a word of that, but I'm good.
All right.
And the same thing as we pull out between the blue cones, you're just nice and easy out of there and shift right up to third gear, and then we'll go into that first corner, and then we'll accelerate off of there. When we're coming through this section right here, you want to come off this apex right here and head right out for those double cones so that we get a nice wide arc back into that apex. A little bit further and we're clear, so let's go ahead, Rene. And go ahead and shift. And one more. So you want to be this wide, turn into your apex, and you want to be that close on your apex and rolling into that throttle. Slow down, go ahead, go into the corner. That's it, rolling on the throttle. Perfect. Off the throttle. Brake, that's good. Turn it in. Now we're going to pile right up behind this guy and just stay. Go ahead, we'll pass him. And a little bit of brake here, a lot of brake. That's enough. Not enough, but now I'm going to want you to pull off over here for a second. So we'll go down on pit road, roll into that throttle right there. Let's go ahead and go. Quieter now. It's on automatic?
I think so.
No, it says manual right there. What happens if you get up to, if you go past the red line, it'll shift for you if you don't shift. I can't see the RPMs past 3. Off the throttle, got a brake, downshift 1, try it. Now go in, downshifted, right? So you're in manual. Go all the way to the right, all the way over, off the throttle, touch a brake, now in tight, tighter. Roll on the throttle. Let the car come out wide, that's it. Off the throttle, real hard brakes, that's good. Turn in later next time, that'll give you a better angle for this. Okay. See what happens when you turn in early. All the way to the right. Off the throttle, no brake, just turn in tight. All the way out to those orange cones. You don't want to turn around, you just want to head straight at them. And then nice and tight into your apex, tighter, and roll on that throttle, nice and hard right there. Shift at about 6. See what I mean? It'll shift. Off the throttle, heavy brake, downshift 1 gear. There you go, that's enough brake, that's enough. Turn in, and roll on the throttle. Off the throttle, hard brakes. Right now, harder. That not hard enough. So we're carrying more speed, so we need more brake. Off the throttle, a little bit of brake, turn in now, and now roll on the throttle. Let the car come off that corner while you're all the way on the throttle. Off the throttle, a lot of brake right here. Stay wide enough, turn in. All the way in tight. On the throttle. That's it, no brake, turn in tight, and just go straight at those cones. That's better, wide, and now turn in tighter. There you go, turn right in. Now unwind and roll on the throttle. And shift. Off the throttle, a lot of brake. That's enough. Right there, that's enough brake. Turn in. And wait, you're too soon on the throttle is what happened. That's why you got that push. So if you'd have waited a second longer, off the throttle, heavy brake this time. Turn in, not enough brake again. On the throttle, all the way to the right. Off the throttle, turn in now, tight. Roll on the throttle and let the car come out. That's better. Off the throttle, a lot of brake, and you turned in too soon again. Now, hold it. Now throttle. Off the throttle, turn in, and remember, nice and wide this time. Wide. That's enough brake. And in tighter. Wait on it. Now throttle. All the way. throttle. Watch there you go. Off the throttle, a lot of brake, hard brake. That's enough, that's enough. Turn in, and roll on the throttle now. All the way to the right, off the throttle. A little bit of brake, turn in. Now roll on the throttle. Off the throttle. Stay wide, that's enough brake. Now turn in. Right up on the cone, wait on the throttle. Now throttle. See the difference?
Yeah.
Off the throttle. All the way in tight, nice and tight. That's it, nice and wide. Now turn in. Now you gotta wait on four-way, so we're gonna catch him. We're gonna do the same thing. Stay right behind him. Then there we go, right around him. He's gonna drag race us naturally. There you go, and a lot of brake right here. Heavier brake, that's enough. And that's enough, and turn in. Wait on the throttle, now throttle. Off the throttle, heavy brake this time. That's good, that's it. That was a little too much that time. And on the throttle again, all the way to the right. Off the throttle, touch the brake right here. Turn in. Wait on the throttle, now throttle. Off the throttle, remember to stay wide. Now turning in. Wait on the throttle, And shift again. Off the throttle, a lot of brake, stay wide. That's enough brake, that's enough. Turn in, turn. Roll on the throttle. Off the throttle, a lot of brake right here. That's it, that's good. Turn in, on the throttle again, all the way to the right side. Off the throttle, just a touch of brake, now turn in, roll on the throttle. Off the throttle, a lot of brake right here, that's nice, that was better, you got that now. All the way in tight, now roll on the throttle. Oh, you're in fourth, that's why I didn't come off that corner. In tight now. All the way out wide. A little bit of brake. In tight, tighter. And roll on the throttle there. Shift. Off the gas. A lot of brake. Harder. That's enough. Turn in. That's it. Roll on. So when you hear the squealing of the tires, you want to unwind the wheel a little bit. A lot of brake this time. That's good there. Turn in. Roll on the throttle. That was perfect speed that time you're down to. Off, touch of brake, in tight, nice and tight. Now roll on the throttle, let it come out. There you go. Off the throttle, a lot of brake coming into this corner, and you turned in too soon. So watch what that does on your exit now. See what happens? All the way to the right side. Up, shift. There you go. What happened was you were up on the rev limiter there. Go ahead and a little bit of throttle. All the way in, so you downshift. Oh, evidently you hit the shifter going through that corner. Shift. Off the throttle. A lot of brake right there. That's enough brake, that's enough. Turn in, no throttle, turn in. Wait, now throttle. So we were carrying a lot more speed. We needed to wait a second longer for that throttle. Off the throttle, heavy brake this time. That's better. Off the brake, in tight. Roll on the throttle again. You got it. All the way to the right. Off the throttle. Touch the brake. In tight. Nice and tight. And roll on the throttle. All the way to the left. And a lot of brake. And we turned in a little early again. So on the throttle, nice and wide. Off the throttle, turn in. And nice and wide. And he's already gone, so we're good. Go ahead right in behind him. And you can accelerate right behind him. And shift. Off the throttle, a lot of brakes. Harder. Downshift. In tight, nice and tight. Tighter. Roll on the throttle right there. Off the throttle, a lot of brake. That's good. Turning in nice and tight. Rolling on the throttle again right there, all the way to the right. Touch the brake, in tight, and roll on the throttle right there. And that was our last lap. Off the throttle, a lot of brake, and you know where we're going. We're going to go right around. Now, once we dump off the pit road here, real slow down to first gear, and that gives a chance of air blowing over the car and cooling the motor and the tires and the brakes. That's about perfect. Just cruising in like that. Good job, man. Took us a while to get that done, right?
What's going on to stop the truck?